Hey guys, how are ya? Welcome to my office at St. Anselm College, and welcome to my video reflection on my leadership experience. I'm going to use my career path and the different positions that I've had in res life to talk and illustrate John Maxwell's 5 levels of leadership. I'm going to start with my work as an undergrad as an RA, and then straight through my work as a residence director in the res halls, and I'll end up where I am right now as a director. I think each position really taught me how to be a leader. I learned different skills along the way, a lot of which were on Wooden's pyramid of success, and I'll take you through that journey. And actually, speaking of a journey, I'm actually going to get in the car and we're going to drive to Clark University, where I will talk with you about what it was like to be an RA and really to start as a position leader. So let's get in the car, and everyone's waiting. Let's go. So here we are, off to Worcester, driving down 290. We'll be there in about 20 minutes. Hey everyone, I am outside of my old RA door. Okay, not my door. This door looks far too nice and far too new to be my door. It is the door, however, of the RA that lives here right now in Bullock Hall at Clark University. Being an RA is a very positional leadership role. You're given the opportunity to work with your peers and help them adjust and help them have a good college experience. I learned a great deal about myself as an RA. I learned about what values I wanted to have, how I wanted to be a leader, where my commitments were, what my moral compass was, and I learned that by building a better relationship with people, I could be a better leader. I learned that in time. I learned that in time when I realized that just knocking on the door, it's the RA, open up, just wasn't enough. In that RA role, working with my peers, I learned the most about me, my values, how to talk with and relate to others, how to problem solve in the moment. It was the perfect role to start seeing beyond the rules and regulations and recognize the need to listen to others in order to build a good community. In taking a look at the qualities and values on John Wooden's pyramid of success, as a positional leader, I was demonstrating some of the foundational characteristics, such as cooperation and enthusiasm. Cooperation with my colleagues and my residents, and a great deal of enthusiasm to be a good and helpful resource for others. I had a sincere commitment to my residents, and I really wanted to show my director I was worthy of the role. I was honest with myself, and as a result, I grew as a leader in the position. All in all, the role prepared me well to do my next job as a resident director of a residence hall. All right, so now we're back, driving up to Manchester, where I'm going to interview Haley McConville. Haley is one of my resident directors right now. She was an RA about a year and a half ago, and she's going to talk about what it was like for her first as an RD and the transition she's made from being a positional leader to a permission leader. Hey Haley. Okay, so I'm hoping you can speak about your experience as you've grown from a positional leader, where people follow you because they have to a permission leader, where people follow you because they want to. So when you first became an RD, how do you think you influenced people?
I kind of assumed that people would just do what I wanted. Because I was their boss. So at first it was just kind of like, not barking orders, but just giving orders and being like, yep, you have to do this.
What changed for you kind of mid-year or?
Working with some students who were older, I saw the spectrum of like the first year RA students who would do that because they had to. But the seniors kind of knew a little bit more of what was going on. So them giving me feedback, but also me seeing kind of their resistance made me want to understand more where they were coming from. So forming more relationships and being a human to them and having that made it a lot easier for them to buy in.
What did the relationships do for you as a leader?
They made my job easier because I knew how to manage different people and how different people were going to react to certain things. So just getting to know them it made it easier for the entire staff and the whole dynamic, really.
Are you more confident?
Oh, yeah, totally.
And how do you feel about your skills in general?
I feel like they've improved a lot. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Haley. Thanks.
I try.
Just as Haley spoke about, as an RD, I too learned that people wanted to follow me when I had built a good rapport with them, when I knew something about them, when I showed care for them. Leaders in this permission level stop trying to impress others and start developing trust. Some of the qualities gained in this level of leadership would be values like loyalty, team spirit, confidence, alertness. Loyalty is critical in building trust and reliability. Team members need to feel like there's a vision with a team effort and a real confidence in delivery and action. Leaders need to be alert and aware of what's going on to keep an open mind. A leader must be willing to improve and continue learning by incorporating new information. These skills are very important and were very helpful to me when I was an RD, and I also moved into the new role I have now as a director. The first few years weren't smooth, and my supervisor then and now will tell you more about it.
Sue's asked me to speak about production leadership, especially as it came to her. In her first 5 years here at the college, she was called upon to do many things. With a new system that we had in place, she needed to develop brand new policies, she needed to develop a staffing ensemble, she needed to figure out a lottery system, she needed to figure out where, in fact, does she fit as a director and what does a directorship mean to her. From that time, she went forward to then develop that whole staff that she needed, but also part of that was to develop a process to train that staff. With entry-level resident assistants and whatnot, there was a constant turnover year, 2 years, and that's what it's like. So Sue needed not only the systems of residential life, but she needed the systems of staffing and how to use older staff or more seasoned staff to help train the younger. At the same time modeling and asking each of them to move up in the different levels that they were at, their level of entry and their level of seasoning. And as it turns out now, we're cycling back and she's got more tasks because we just built a building and we have more for her to do.
The productive leader leads by example. They produce results. Maxwell says the level 3 leader can be summed up in that word, example. The production level of leadership communicates the vision through action. Their effectiveness becomes evident, and the momentum they produce is contagious. The values gained on Wooden's pyramid for the levels are qualities like industriousness, initiative, intentness. A good level 3 leader is a hard worker and a careful planner. Goals are set with persistence and determination. I spent many years really producing and proving myself in the role as a director. I found the time to recognize the incredible resources I had in my team. I shifted in making my team what I produced, and that made all the difference. As Dr. Finn mentioned, I spend a great deal of time recruiting, training, and developing staff members, both professional and RA staff. I'm functioning, I think, at Maxwell's 4th level of leadership, according to my leadership self-assessment. As Maxwell states, it takes a people developer to know, show, and grow a leader. I appreciate that my staff consider me to be functioning on a higher level of leadership. Almost all believed I had moved into a pinnacle leader level, the level where people follow because of who you are and what you represent. I'm not sure if I fully believe their assessment. They can be a little outrageous. A people developer works to empower others. They identify others' skills and use them to develop a strong team. They use their own confidence, skill, and poise to recognize the strengths in others and help them be better leaders. Once a pinnacle leader, you're followed because of what you represent. You create a legacy and you understand the necessity of serving others and being a mentor. These leaders exhibit all these positive leadership qualities and exhibit competitive greatness by being and doing their best. Power and success isn't taken, it's shared. I'm looking for ways to move forward and continue developing into that pinnacle leader. The ways to do that seem clear. Through leaving a legacy and making my mark at the institution, through structural changes and staff training and meeting student needs, and then ultimately developing the successors in my field. Hey, thanks for watching my journey.